தாயின் மணிக்கொடி சொல்லுது ஜெய் ஹிந்த். தாயகம் காத்திட தன்னலம் போக்கிட சொல்லுக ஜெய் ஹிந்த். என் இந்திய தேசம் இது ரத்தம் சிந்திய தேசம் இது. என் இந்திய தேசம் இது ரத்தம் சிந்திய தேசம் இது. காந்தி மகான் வந்த கண்ணிய பூமி இது. தாயின் மணிக்கொடி சொல்லுது ஜெய் ஹிந்த். தாயகம் காத்திட தன்னலம் போக்கிட சொல்லுக ஜெய் ஹிந்த்.
A very, very good afternoon to all of you. First of all, happy 74th Independence Day. And what day can be a better day to speak about belief than this? And I don't know, today morning when I choose to try what to speak, this particular word hit upon my mind, and I'm like, what it is to people. First of all, what it is to me. And for a lot of us, right, I somehow believe we are kind of put ourselves in a cage than to believe what we want to believe than what others want us to believe about ourselves. Come on, I believe from the time you have started being noticed by people, there are going to be perceptions, there are going to be opinions which has been formed on you, regardless of whether it is right or not, regardless whether it is validated. People are very quick in forming assumptions, and what kind of belief you have on you defines you whether I need to go fight against each and every assumption of that, versus let the time take its own course. I have better things to do. I'll tell you why I thought it is very important for me to discuss and share my perception on why believing yourself is very, very important. And I came from a very different background, and I'm very proud of it, by the way. Those days, I don't have an ability to have access to things what I'm having access to today. And most importantly, I've been kind of crowdsourced on opinions till I'm an adult, actually, till I'm 24, 25. I don't even have an ability to think what is right for me and what is important to me. I'm like, as I told you, I'm a happy-go-lucky guy. I take everything and anything comes. Because I don't have a belief, I don't form an opinion, or I don't form a plan on where to go. Because I don't have vision. I somehow believe the belief forms the aspiration for you to have a vision, then followed by actions, which makes into reality. And when I realized this was, while more than the belief what I have on myself, my mother had a huge belief on myself. In spite of me being kind of an outlaw compared to those days. And she was like, no, you're meant to make something very different. You are meant to make something very big. It is just that you need to realize. And initial days, you're like, okay, all mothers tend to feel like that way. And at some point of time, you start realizing there is some sense in it. It is not just that she's telling for the sake of telling. How about we trying it? And if I sit today and if I see what and all I have missed, which I would have made things better for myself, one thing what I realize is the belief on myself. Till I was 27, 26, even when I started EBS, more than me believing on myself, I would like to believe the market, I would like to believe all the other things than me. So every time when things are kind of shaken right, I get shaken. This is not working, that is not working. We don't have the resources what we need to have and making it happen. Same is on the personal life. Okay, when I say belief, I'm not just trying to tell that only on the professional side, right? Personal side also, I think there are a lot of opinions which has been made on you based on your interactions or based on the limited knowledge what people have about you, and it goes to a level that rather than understanding, it is like today's TV debate. People come with an agenda of thrashing you. Okay. Very early days, I used to be like, for every opinion what people have on me, I start going and defending than me believing on myself that I really don't need to do this. Okay. Because time will tell what is right or what is not right. And the moment we start going and doing that, first thing, you don't have faith on yourself. Second thing, you're wasting time. I'll tell you, for me, where I learned, okay, this is what someone can believe on this, on themselves. I am very fortunate to meet this particular gentleman by name Kanubai Shah. He was our first investor on EBS, my earlier venture. Honestly, if I sit today and try seeing the way things are right, Kanubai had a belief of making EBS as a venture happening than personally me having the belief of being it happen. So Kanubai, when he started investing on this business, he was 60 plus, and he was not a tech savvy person. And he's like, yes, I see an opportunity, and I see, guys, we were very young. Me and my partner, we both were very young when we went and presented the opportunity to him or the business to him. And true to that, we were not living up to what a CXO material has to be for the company for some good time. Today, when I sit back and when I think, at 60 plus years, whatever is the size of investment for him, at that time it was a very valuable chunk of money to bet on someone whom he doesn't know. And when he did that, he's like, at some point of time, let me start taking things in hand. Let me start sitting with Prabhu individually. Let me start sitting with each people individually. Let me first understand what is more important. Then subsequently, let me start making them understand. In order for us to make this happen, what we need to believe in and how we need to make things happen. Similar to that, I very strongly believe, be it on a professional side or be it on a personal side, be believing on ourselves that this is going to happen to me. It's very important that this is not going to happen to me because this is happening on the other side, that is happening on the other side. Okay. Rather than me succeeding, me failing on this, whether it is personally or professionally, okay, will take people to a very different mindset. And I somehow very strongly believe today that believing on yourself, believing something great is going to happen to you is not a choice. It is a compulsion. Because And I'm just trying to see, right, from morning, when you start your day, rather than things, people around you, or people whom you doesn't know, rather than making you add more power to the belief, they try to thrust you. They try to thrash you that you're good for nothing, the world is good for nothing, the economy is good for nothing, everything is going to go wrong. And how you react that matters a lot. And unless and until you have a belief, you cannot have a plan. Most importantly, unless and until you have a belief on yourself, if you are sitting in a place that you are the person who has to make that happen, it got nothing to do with any other thing apart from you believing on how to make it happen. Because that is the first thought process, I believe, which enables you to start looking at options on making it happen. Then you looking at, or subconsciously you start believing on things why it is not going to happen. So with that note, I also would like to share some very good incidents on why I have been cemented with this thought process of believing on ourselves and believing on what we does. Uh, I think 3 years back, I met this gentleman. I don't want to name where I was in. I actually envied him. Okay, on the resources what he has, on the ability, on the people, on the context what he has, and on the ability in him making it so big. It was like a pack of cards used in building everything. When things were going good, when the market was reacting positive, okay, he's like, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. And when things has turned wrong, okay, he is not able to withstand that wind. And he's like, he crumbled. And he was a personality whom I thought I want to be like him. And for first couple of weeks, I'm not able to figure out how can someone crumble at this level when everything was going right. And when I started going close and when I started digging deep on that, right, I was like, I realized he never believed on himself. He believed on the market. He believed on the money, what he has access to. He believed on the people whom he has employed in he making things happen. And the moment market has turned different, the moment the capital has dried, the moment he's like the people whom he has engaged to make this plan happen, when they have started moving out and when they started doing things, he's like, I don't know, I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail. Okay. And the moment this thought process has been cultivated, right, it put him to a level where, yes, out of the world, and he has committed suicide, which I was like, I couldn't understand. And yeah, I often, personally, right, personally and professionally, I often, very recently also someone who has told, okay, now I know what you're doing, I know how your businesses are. Okay. I laughed for a moment. No one knows what I'm doing. Okay. Come on. And people, I'm kind of surprised to realize that how people can form an opinion, okay, in seeing that, the two, a negative opinion, without having anything in their hand, or without they validating what is right or what is not right. Then, thankfully, right, last 10 years I've seen this multiple times. When someone wanna go high, and when someone wanna really make things happen, right, the world exactly reacts opposite. Okay. You have people around you who will give you logical, who will give you analytical, who will give you uh, all economical, financial reasons, which will make you feel wrong or you're going to fail. Okay. And this is not exactly opposite when you fail. No one will come and tell you that, okay, these are all the five reasons for you to succeed. And it is up to you. As I told you on my last interaction, if you want to win, you first need to realize you're 0.05% of this world population, because 99.5% of the world is very busy informing opinions on why someone will fail. And second thing, the world has one expressions with two different notes. If you win, everyone, your first circle, your second circle, your extended circle, your friends of friends, will come and tell you, I know. I have seen this guy, or I have seen this girl, or I have seen this lady for the last 5 years, 6 years. The fire what she carries, the time what she spends in making things happen is something enormous. Okay, that day itself, I know he or she is going to make something very big. If you fail, the same I know will come with a very different note. I know that day itself, this guy is good for nothing. People around, all around him, was talking shit about him. No one controls your destiny. If there is something which is gonna add value to you, it is your belief on yourself. Yeah. Now I think, okay, it is important to have your opinion on things like you say. I have a question on how to manage both professional and personal relationships when your opinions are different from those around you. See, I think we all of us are kind of onto it every day, and it is completely okay to disagree. That's what makes us unique. And personally, I have been all over. I have very close friends who has different opinions. I have partners who has very different opinions on how to run the business. I have very close friends who has a very different opinion on against my belief. I believe something very strongly, and they completely believe something opposite to it. And personally, yes, it happens. See, as I told you, we are at times trying to disagree. Doesn't mean that your stand is wrong or other stand is right, or their stand is right, your stand is wrong. Uh, at some point of time, it is better for us to leave certain things at certain place, and we take on time in going and proving that my thought process is right. I had a very recent interaction with someone where, on a personal side, it was more like, "No, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Uh, you're kind of not right." Uh, and one side of me was like, "No, what you know is very different. According to me, I am right on whatsoever reasons why I have it." But for the second moment, right, I realized it is not my job to go and prove anyone or everyone that I am right. See, I had a mentor, okay, who taught me one thing. You can either live your life happy, or you can live your life go on proving people that you are right. Okay, let's understand one thing. The world where we are living in, the values of relationships are very minimal. The least what we can do is not to hurt people around us. even for a moment if they are wrong. At times it is okay to leave that conversation than you going and proving what you are right, unless and until it is gonna be of any material value to you. And to directly answer your question and to conclude my view on this, I don't go and prove anything. When someone goes on proving that they are right, I say all the very best to them. And I say them, good luck. Because let's understand one thing, the world where we are living in. Earlier, it took a lot of time for us to get proved wrong on our thoughts, on our opinions, on our perceptions. Today, with all the data which is being disseminated and our ability to understand things, it will happen sooner or later. For me, I always think this, is it makes sense for me to spend time on something or someone? If it doesn't make any sense to me, I don't spend time on it. I say good luck. I move on. Okay. Again, like belief, perseverance is also a compulsion when you have belief. And let's understand one thing. We are living on a very fragile world. And be it on business, be it on personal relationships, there is no guarantee that what is so great today is going to be great tomorrow, is going to be great day after tomorrow. It is your thought. Whether are you serious about making it happen, drives whether it is going to happen or not. And that can happen only through your perseverance. And in order for you to have that, you need to have a belief on yourself, because these are all kind of interlinked. If you don't believe on something, why you will put continuous efforts for that to make it happen? And again, I'm telling you, right? Yes, you believe on something, you put all your efforts. You also need to know it is not worth. I can still make it happen, but it is not worth. And that happens when you're onto something, and it happens so naturally with our experiences. So perseverance is also something like belief. It's not something a choice for you to have. It is also a compulsion for you to have if you really want to make things happen. Forget about any other thing. I think we all know, unless and until we believing on something and with constant effort in making it happen, nothing is going to happen. Okay, that constant effort comes with the perseverance factor. And for me, again, I have partners. I have to start with, the first person whom I see this particular quality of perseverance is my mom. Okay, she has all reasons to discount me. Okay, because at some point of time, everything which consists of her world, everyone part of her world, are kind of directly or indirectly have started communicating to her with their own logics that this guy is good for nothing. Okay, and she believed on me, and not only she believed on me, I think she took 7, 8, 9 years to make me realize that no, this is not what you are meant for. And today, when I try to look at things, when I want to believe on things, and when I want to see things how it is happening, I took this cue from my mom. And see, all of us, right? We have enough living examples around us. So is with your mom. I know your mom too, Vidhi. Okay. Yeah, all of these people makes us with their belief and their perseverance. And I think going forward, what we can give back is to carry those values with us and to have the same in seeing that we are following the same footsteps, which will have an impact on yourself as well as people around you. And with that note, let me again wish all of you a very happy Independence Day. And this independence happened to us because of the belief that someday this is going to happen, for the people who fought for this and their perseverance. And as a country, we are so fortunate to be where we are today. And let's value this. This country is a very, very unique thing is the unity in diversity. Okay. I think it is time for us to hold that and to create value for all of us in making it happen. Again, that whole comes from a very constant belief on you holding that sovereignty of this country and with your constant perseverance in you not getting distracted or diluted on the thought process by things happening around you. Okay, one more question. Is the belief is in your heart or in your mind? Belief is not analytical in my view. Belief is something to do with your heart. Anything which is analytical, right? Okay, if this is happening, I have a chance to make it happen. Okay, if this is going wrong, then this will go wrong. All these things comes to your mind. But belief happens with your heart. And where you are today is because of your belief on your generation. Because I'm fortunate to see you 15 years back. And none of us, when we really want to make things bigger, right, we don't calculate. That's an aspiration. Aspiration is an emotion. Okay. And it got to do with your heart. With that note, I think it is time for me to end the session because last time a lot of people has to accept and digest this so much and people gets bored. So with that note, I would request, very strongly recommend everyone to have a very strong belief on yourself that you are great and something great is going to happen for you. Thank you so much. And do look at this when you're having a free time and do let me know your thoughts on this. We'll connect again next time with some other different topic. Yes, I'm improvising a lot and I'm seriously trying to work on the way I present to make it more meaningful. I hope, sincerely believe that it is improving and it is going to improve drastically in coming weeks. And thank you so much for the people who take time in joining me now and people who's going to take time in watching this later. And I do look forward your comments on this. Good day to all. Bye bye.